Yeah. First up is roll call. Vice President Balfour's here. Senator Biagini. Here. Graphic designer Kurtai. Here. Chief of Staff Sobolski. Here. Treasurer Bell. Here. DDE Frank. Here. Senator Garabin. Here. Recording Secretary Hildebrand. Here. Senator Laurie is here. Comms Director Liz Rose excused. PPT Mahone. Here. Senator McKinney. Here. Senator Ohm. Here. Senator Petrowski. Here. President Rangel. Here. Senator Roberts. Here. Senator Sharifi is excused. Dewey Smith. Here. Senator Stout. Here. And Parliamentarian Wright. Here. Lovely. All right. Last week's minutes. What did we have? We had a sick meeting that we were going to talk about. We talked about coordinating Pioneer Community Week. We reviewed some clubs. We talked about the town hall. And we approved Classical Repertoire Club. Alrighty. Would anyone like to motion to approve these minutes? Senator McKinney, would anyone like to second? Senator? Oh, yes. Okay. Next up is the agenda. Today we have a lot of reports from the Executive Cabinet with a few reports from the standing committees, a vote on the ranked choice voting resolution, and PCW is this week. So that's something to look forward to, and you'll hear more about that from DDE Frank and Chief of Staff Sobolski later. Would anyone like to motion to approve these minutes? Senator Petrowski, would anyone like to second? Senator Roberts? Thank you. First open floor. Does anyone have anything for first open floor? Going once. Going twice. You are. Okay, moving on. Executive reports. We will start with President Rangel.
All right. So first thing, I went to Admitted Students Day, bright and early, 8 a.m. I had a good time there, met some potential students and told them all about our organization, and they seemed relatively interested, so I might pass them down to the new administration, hopefully. And that's first of two, so there will be another Admitted Students Day where I will probably attend as well. So if anyone here wants to attend with me, I was solo that day, but I will definitely be more prepared. I'll bring like stickers and pens and whatnot to give out. I don't know the exact date, so I'll have to see. Second, Chris Hill did get back to me today on the achievements and progress list that I asked him for a couple weeks ago. So he gave me a date of Wednesday, so we'll see by then. We also did, I don't know if any of you saw the new installment of some of the turf on, I think it's 3rd Ave for our pet relief station. That's underway. So if you're going up 3rd, stop by and like see the progress. And yeah, that's all I have.
I had a turnover meeting with Vice Presidential-elect Wraith, and we met with President Rangel as well as Presidential-elect Mahone. We went through the turnover report, and we talked about just, internal operations. So they're also going to be having the Executive Cabinet applications open very soon, so be on the watch out for that. Other than that, I also wanted to mention that the pet relief area is close to completion. So this provides students with service and more on campus. They don't have to walk all the way to the point anymore. That's kind of the idea with that. So that was just installed today. End of report. Chief of Staff Sobolski is next.
So yeah, I would continue my exec tab one-on-ones, and I've met with pretty much everyone. Everyone's doing their job, everyone's doing great. And Pioneer Community Week is technically this week, but ours is going to be held on April 7th in the ballroom, and DDE Frank will probably elaborate more. Patty.
Oh, sorry. I thought that you were queuing for DDE to elaborate more.
Oh.
My bad.
Are we going to go in order?
Yeah, we can go in order. I just thought that it sounded like a segue to me. I was pulling up more PCW week information, so I promise I was on topic. Thank you, Chief Steph Sobolski. Next is parliamentarian rate.
Alrighty, hello everyone. As turnover season for all the clubs is like upon us, it's almost here. I've been reviewing club constitutions, make sure that they're compliant, not only like that their constitutions are on the in the first place, but also that their current constitutions they have up there are both stale and student government compliant. I'm currently in the process of reaching out to all of the clubs that had issues, and I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But once I've heard back, I'll be working with them to get their constitutions updated, and probably bring some of them to the floor in some cases. Secondly, me and Senator Lowry's have begun to update both the spreadsheet we have tracking active and inactive clubs, along with updating that current club section in the back office with all the constitutions, because some constitutions are missing. I don't know how that happened, but they're missing, and our job is to go in and make sure that they're like up to date and update that with some of the clubs have been approved, like in the past few months, like Classic Repertoire Club and Pioneer Racing and all that jazz. But other than that, that's it for me.
Thank you, parliamentarian rate. Dewey Smith, you have the floor.
I've been just continuing with the gathering resources process. Probably going to compile it into like an SGA's guide to accessibility, planning on adding mental health resources into that as well. Yeah, that's about covers all of it. Pretty straightforward.
Lovely. And then last is DDE rank.
Hey everyone, so BCW is happening. As for student government's involvement, tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. is the It's On Us Day in the ballroom, and we will be having a table there as well where we will be putting together trans-like health and care kits for students to help come put together as well. And then our day, which is next Tuesday on the 7th, things that we have planned. We'll be making tie blankets for the Foster Love Project, homeless care packages to donate to the Red Door, and animal support packages for Frankie's Friends Clinic, as well as rock painting for the general community. And we also plan to write birthday and greeting cards for Power Blossoms, which sends birthday cards to queer people in the prison system, and greeting cards to the King Community Center for elder living as well. We also potentially plan to put together toy bundles for the Children's Hospital, though ordering materials on that has suffered some setbacks, so hopefully that will still be underway. We also will have a voter registration booth and a booth for ICE activism. And we will have tables from PAR and a new organization, POWER, which is the Pennsylvania Organization for Women in Early Recovery from Addiction, as well as an unmanned table, informational table from the Counseling Center. And that will all be next Tuesday. So that's what we've been doing. We've been ordering the materials for all of that to put together, reaching out to organizations, and we're excited to see how it goes.
So who here was able to volunteer for next Tuesday?
Remind me,
No, please.
remind me of what the hours are for that again?
This will be 3 to 7 p.m.
And,
should be able to work from 5 to 7.
Wonderful.
Does anyone have preferences of what they are doing during that time? Whether it be like coordinating with tables or manning one of the activities or welcoming people at like the main station? Does anyone have preferences, or is being assigned those okay? Okay, sounds good. Deb, do you have a list of everyone's names?
I will get that right now.
Can everyone raise their hand one more time?
Kenny, what's your last name again?
Louise.
Is that everyone? Wonderful, thank you.
Next up is committee reports. So we'll be hearing from Student Innovation. So I'm going to hand it over to PPT Mom.
Yeah, we have 81 responses so far on paper. I think Senator Biagini has some that she's not like turned into the dish that are not accounted for yet, so we have more than 81 actually. And real quick, I think we had 6 responses to the online one last I checked. I'm not sure if that's still correct. Give me 2 seconds. It occurs to me now I should have had this pulled up before, but that's okay. Still 6.
Still 6.
Yeah.
No report?
No,
Okay.
that's it.
And then, comms committee, Senator of the Week, I'll let you, lead us into this.
Yeah, for the senator, they've just been somebody that, since joining, seeing their initiative and dedication to with SGA and bettering the community has been really inspiring and somebody I really admire.
You want to pass it around?
Do it the long way.
Everybody gets to be senator of the week for a few seconds.
Senator of the minute.
Senator.
We're all passing it around and giving a plaque.
It's like a ritual. It's instilled.
My roommate texted me asking if I
SGA.
needed to be.
Fair.
We're like 4:35, I'm like,
I understand.
Chief of staff, more like cop.
It's only personal.
All right, with that, senator reports. Let's start with our senator of the week.
So, fun fact, I didn't do anything this week because I had a ballroom competition and I think I did probably dance like 16 hours almost straight through on Saturday. So I didn't do anything this week, but last week I was updating the ballroom constitution, looking at other constitutions a little bit, and I'm still in the middle of working on revamping the dance BA.
Love it. Any other senators have anything to report? It doesn't have to be this week, it can be the past weeks. Senator Owen.
I went around probably for like an hour the last week, getting surveys for the coloners and trying to I'm doing some more this week to get up to like around the
Nice. Anyone else? Senator Biagini.
Yeah, the same thing, I've gotten a few papers, I'm trying to get some more and get more of my friends stuff along, so.
Love it. Senator McKinney.
Yeah, I was also canvassing. I went to the esports room and I got a lot of the esports members who still live in the dining hall filling out.
Nice. Senator Roberts.
I did some surveys, I still have some left, but I still have to drop them off. I got some.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see the new count whenever we're turn season. These have been super successful, just so you guys know. In the past couple years when we've tried to do surveys, we have not gotten close to this at all. And so it's really good to see that we're getting to the threshold where we can like actually use this data for something. So thank you all for your hard work. Any other senator reports? Senator Stout.
I was also in the ballroom craziness with her, but it has been really interesting to look at the ballroom constitution and revamp that, and to kind of learn, like, to take that, since we're able to actually communicate with Elizabeth and everybody who runs the club, it's been nice to hear like both sides of it, like from an actual standpoint of, you know, what's technically correct, and from her standpoint of what she wants out of it, sort of thing. So that's been nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anything else?
I guess I'm like sort of, this pertains to senator reports. Everybody got their senator reports turned in on the form. The form was a big success. Good job, everybody. I'm so proud of all of you.
Oh, thank you guys. Lovely. Moving on. Take the initiative, you finish the initiative. That's what we're doing this week with these surveys. We're doing so good. We're moving it to the end. Okay, new business. Would anyone like to motion to discuss ranked choice voting regulations? Senator McKinney, would anyone like to second? Senator Biagini? Thank you. So this resolution. This is my first time seeing it since it's been reformatted, but the person who is bringing this to us is PPT Mahone, so I'm going to let him take the floor.
I talked about my reasonings for this back when we were voting down the other, like I forget what the specifics of the other one were. So yeah, basically this will amend our constitution to say that the president and vice president are elected via instant runoff voting, meaning that when people go to their ballot, instead of picking the one candidate that you want, you will be asked to rank the candidates in your order of preference. Your vote will go to the first person you chose, whoever was your first pick, and then if none of the candidates get an outright majority, as in like more than 50% of people's first choice picks, whoever came in last place will be eliminated, and their votes will be reassigned to whoever the people put as their second choice, and this process will just repeat until somebody does have a majority, to ensure that whoever is elected has majority support, and that there is no like vote splitting or just like other issues that come from there being more than 2 candidates running for a position. Yeah, that's it. Pretty simple, I think.
This has been something Rylan's been talking about for like over a year. So I'm excited to see it finally on the agenda. Does anyone have anything to discuss about it? President Rangel?
What do you know, what would happen in the case like this year, where you only get one candidate for each role?
Then you just either don't vote or you rank them as your first choice because they're the only choice.
Yeah, it says in the presence of 2 or more candidates, of more than 2 candidates on the ballot. So it'd have to be a minimum of 3 candidates on the ballot for this to come into effect, because otherwise it's redundant.
I mean, like, even if there were only 2 candidates, you could, like, say, this is my first choice and this is my second choice, but it
But it's
wouldn't,
like, yeah.
it wouldn't do anything, because, like, yes, obviously, those are the 2 choices.
I remember you talking with the Pitt dude at PSGS, the math guy,
Yeah.
who's being really theoretical about it.
Yeah, I have actually been trying to recall this theory. Does anyone, do you remember more about it, Christian?
I just remember the core principle that more is better for ranked choice voting, so.
Yeah.
Like more candidates?
Both more candidates and more participation, like more voters. So what would be your strategy coming in to get more participation?
I mean, this kind of, I feel, goes a little bit off the rails into more of like the initiatives that I would want to pursue in my upcoming administration next year, but just, I want us to be more visible, not just in terms of like, you know, the kind of initiatives we've pursued in the past to be more visible, but also like having like regular, like almost kind of state of the union addresses on our social media to talk about like what we're working on, like what the progress to those things is. You know, the town halls I think have been really successful this year. They're just like new, so they haven't had time to like really, we haven't had time to like see the impact of them yet. I think these paper surveys are going to go a really long way towards making people know that we're here and want to be more involved with us. So my hope is just that there will be more interest if we make ourselves more interesting to people who, like, if we make it so that the onus is less on the students to like come seek us out and more on us to like go to the students and make sure the students know who we are, even if they actively pay no attention at all. I think that will naturally attract more people to want to run for these positions.
I agree.
All right, Mr. Soapbox.
Wow.
I know we asked for the soapbox,
Yeah, was
but I'm still gonna
literally
make
asked
fun of it.
Yeah. Sorry for asking the questions, for answering the questions that were asked to me.
Thank you, Christian, for getting the soapbox out. With that, is there any other discussion before this? DDE Frank, I'm sorry.
Why is the last paragraph not in Times New Roman?
I was also wondering, let's change it.
I think because I didn't type that one. That was just from the template.
Used, not Times New
Oh.
Roman, it's Laura.
Oh my god.
That's part of the, I think
That's just part of the template.
that's part of the template, and I used to put Laura for a lot of my stuff. I like Laura. That's just.
Don't just
Who is Laura?
Laura's a very nice woman.
Very nice.
Is there any other discussion about this resolution? Okay, let me pull up my script so that I don't fumble these words. Okay, now that we have discussed this resolution, I'm going to ask the question, all those in favor of the resolution to apply ranked choice voting to our upcoming elections from here on forward? Please raise your hands. That's unanimous.
Oh, wait.
Andrew Yang would be so proud, you guys.
Oh, I didn't know anything.
We'll have a surprise make.
Wait.
Yes?
Okay, with that, we move to our second open floor. Do we have anything for our second open floor? No one has anything to yap about this week?
I have a funny anecdote, but it's not really like terribly relevant. It's just a little relevant.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. A constituent asked me about the turf on 3rd Avenue, and I said we were putting in a golf course, but we couldn't afford real grass.
I guess I have something to bring up real quick.
Yes, please do, parliamentarian.
Someone in one of my classes a while ago, a constituent, came up to me and asked about getting bike, like the little bike things
Bike rack?
out. Yeah, the bike racks out in front of Lawrence. Yes. Yeah, like,
For like their own bikes?
they mentioned that it was kind of hard to get into like the bike racks that we already have on campus, and if we had like ones that were on Lawrence, it would be a lot like, or something like that. It would be a lot easier.
we put them along Lawrence?
That's what I'm thinking. There's like nowhere to put them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Like the-
Yeah.
what about the one that's in front of stairs?
There's some in the basement.
Replace the
Right next to the bike rack.
All right, let's return to the floor. There's a lot of murmuring. Okay, from that murmuring, what do we want to talk about? President Ranko.
This, or should I move on?
No, about this. From this murmuring, what has come of the murmuring? Senator.
Where along Lawrence Hall would we be able to place the bike racks? Or would there be able to be a different location closer by that would be easier to access?
President Ranko.
I think we need more bike racks inside, but where would be curious? I always thought about that little space in the stairwell on the first, like next to the lobby, where everyone goes out that door.
Senator Lewis.
Can we not have the bike racks in the basement of the GRWs, because that dance elevator gets really busy at times because we have to go from a class like on the 1st floor up to the 4th floor. And when people have bikes in that elevator, it's just like a little complicated. And plus the space like in the basement where they have the bike racks, it's like a tighter hallway in front of a dance studio.
I think that we could talk to our people about that, probably. Yeah. Senator Stout.
My first thought was how to prevent, like if they are going to be put in a more easily accessible public space, how do we prevent them from being stolen? Because I feel like when they are hidden in the basement, like most people don't actually know that they're in the basement, besides like the dancers and the people who put the bikes there. But if they're going to be more easily accessible, which is a great idea, but like if that is going to be the case, how do you prevent people from actually taking them?
President Rango.
Two things. Are we deciding, like, do they want them outside or inside? Do they want inside?
It was in general just like more accessible because the bike racks in Lawrence are like not great based on what this person told me, but I don't know that for sure, but
Also,
it's bad.
It's bad.
off of what you said, there's bike racks in the GRW
Yeah.
basement?
Yeah, so if you take the dance elevator down to the basement, they have bike racks right in front of the tap studio that's down there. We also have dressing rooms down there.
I didn't know any of that existed.
Yeah, it all exists.
So it's
and
connected
it's-
to like the basement of Lawrence Hall.
Is that by the ice machine?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the only thing I did there.
I
I love
always,
that ice
The only
machine.
reason I have to go there.
I always used the Lawrence Hall basement.
I'm there every
Senator
day.
Roberts.
I feel like I could know, but I don't think many people other than people who are in the dance department use those rooms, as far as I'm aware, which is slightly more like useful for them. I'm assuming there's bike racks in like Village Park, right, or somewhere around there.
That's what I was thinking. Are there? President Ringo.
I know all the bike rack locations. There, on 3rd Ave, there's a ton of them behind Thayer. There's a few along Boulevard. There's a couple in front of Lawrence, which don't get used very often, but I feel like this is more of a security concern, because I did park my bike overnight one time behind Thayer, in front of the sign that says monitor 24/7. That got stolen, so I feel like this is probably a security concern, because I would never leave my bike out overnight, at least again. So having a more secure space to leave your bike, especially in the weather as well too. So I think that's a good idea. Just gotta find the space and assess what we already have. I would like to see those basement ones.
Okay, so some people think that we need more accessible bikes, and some of us think we need more secure bike racks. Okay, awesome. Now we know.
Now we know.
Anything else?
I think we have enough outdoor room.
Yeah, I don't really think accessibility is the main issue, because there are a ton of options. I think security is something that we should focus on more, just because like, there's a ton of options, but they're not entirely safe options.
I also think it's an issue, maybe people just like don't know about the bike racks. Like, I feel like if we would be like, hey, we have bike racks here, 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 and here, like that would be like, oh, okay, I have options.
Do you think you, Frank?
I'll say, like, also, how many students on campus actively cycle?
What about a scooter?
There are also staff
True.
who use bikes as well.
I was saying that maybe.
Well, the
I have
problem
also had a high school
most of
who
our
knows
staff
bike riding and like to ride their bikes to school.
Do we want to take any action about bike racks? No? Okay. Oh,
Like, I don't know if I have time to do it, but I can try to look into it. But I also feel like I don't use a bike here, so I don't know if I'm the most helpful person in this situation.
that's fair. That's how I feel about a couple initiatives. Christian?
I would be down to look into it. I'm very invested.
This is your new transportation initiative. Anything else for a second open floor?
Oh.
President Ringo?
I'm probably going to ask this plan if they have buckets, because I know certain places flood, and they keep taking our trash cans to use as buckets.
We have buckets.
Do we have buckets? Or-
They take trash cans from us, our office.
I'm referring to like the 5th floor of West Penn,
Oh, okay.
and they just
We have some
keep-
buckets we can donate.
Yeah, we should, because they keep stealing our trash cans to use as buckets. So I wonder if they have it.
Is that a lack of buckets or a matter of convenience?
That's what I will figure out.
Parliamentary rate.
Oh, I was gonna say, I have something else for open floor.
Do we need to discuss buckets more?
Okay. So if anyone can like provide more information about this, that would be awesome, great. I'm more so asking the question. But apparently, according to students that according to one of my roommates actually, my roommate and a couple of other animation majors are saying that in West Penn on the animation labs, the people who like come in and clean, apparently, I'm not sure if this is true, I'm like clarifying that I'm not sure, but I would like more like information on this or clarification, that apparently at a certain time, like cleaning staff will sometimes kick animation majors out of the labs because you're in the labs really late. I'm not sure how true that is. If I provide more information, that'd be great, but at least according to my roommate and some of the other like animation people that they've spoken to, this has been like an issue for a while of like people that like clean in those apartments like late at night have been like removing animation majors from those labs, but apparently the building's supposed to be like 24/7. I'm asking for information.
Senator Biagini?
I don't have too much information, but I'm a film major and I have animation friends, and I have like heard that kind of just by word of mouth that they have been kicking them out. So I have heard about it.
Dewey Smith.
So, as side parliamentarian Rafe and I are both roommates. We both know this person. I've talked a little more with our roommate who has brought this issue up to it. Apparently, the cleaners have been very aggressive towards them, so I asked to my roommate or the any of the other animation people to please bring like a recording in case something happens. Like, apparently it just has not been pleasant in general because the building itself, West Penn, I don't remember the time, but they closed, but the labs are still open if you're already in that building. And the cleaners are coming in much earlier than what there was said in the Globe article with the statement that was put out. And a big thing with animation majors is that they don't have the time to necessarily do that work because it takes a lot of time and effort in that, as well as they can't necessarily come to our legislative body meetings because of the timing with their major to talk about it themselves. So as someone who is friends with animation majors, I am trying to advocate for them to make sure that gets handled.
President Ringo.
I think technically West Penn does close around like 12 a.m., but you can stay, you just can't get back in. So I would right now just gather those reports, take them to whoever oversees the cleaning people. I think, would it be, we can look into that and just bring those reports, make those concerns heard, and they will probably get down to whoever is cleaning, so.
DDE Frank.
I'd also like to mention, there was a Globe article about this, like a couple weeks ago now. But it's also just a lot of word of mouth stuff of, again, animation majors saying that they've been getting kicked out. And the chief of police and Keith Palo said they weren't aware of this happening at the time. So if this is still an issue that's allegedly ongoing, then I don't know, something's up.
I think Christian's on the right track. President Ringo.
So who here wants to ask them, ask animation majors for reports and bring them to the right people?
I think I already started reaching out for it. So.
I got in the animation contact at the town hall.
Okay. So we can take those reports and tell them to not do that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Lovely. Anything else for second open floor? Any action that we need to take? Are we missing something? Okay. Then announcements. This week is Pioneer Community Week. Some things that we're doing partnered through the Community Center with Heather Starfielder includes a village park service project in Village Park throughout the week, every day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you want to get more involved in Pioneer Community Week than SGA will already be, then go out into Village Park 11 to 1. There will be a service project there that Heather is running. Monday, they're making dog pull toys for animal friends, so obviously we missed that. Tuesday, we're making tea bag holders for PA Women Work. Wednesday, we're making bookmarks for Foundations of Hope / Allegheny County Jail. And Thursday, we're making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Red Door. And then on Friday, they're doing like a downtown Pittsburgh like cleanup walk. So like throw out all the trash, not throw out the trash. So yeah, that's what you can look forward to for Pioneer Community Week through us. Like they said, we've got Trans Day of Visibility tomorrow with It's On Us. We're going to be tabling there, as well as having all those fun events that you guys are volunteering for next week on the 7th. So does anyone else have any announcements? Parliamentarian, right?
Keep an eye out for executive applications opening up very soon. I personally would encourage everyone in this room, if you're going to be here on campus next year, to apply for that for any positions you think you'd be good at. I would also encourage you to like ask your friends who have leadership experience, relevant leadership experience, or you think would be a good fit, invite them to apply. That's pretty much it.
I was going to mention this earlier and I totally forgot. We are having another town hall on, hold on, it's on my calendar. Nope, that was the one that just happened. 14th, sorry, I found it, okay. 14th, April 14th, we're having another town hall. This time it's going to be a little different. Usually we go 5 to 7, the whole time talking about campus issues. This time we're going to do 5 to 6 talking about campus issues, and then 6 to 7 we're going to have drag queens perform for the last hour. So we're reaching out to some past alumni, actually somebody from the SGA cabinet last year, her and then some of her fellow queens are going to be performing. So make sure you guys tell your friends, show up, support SGA. You don't have to come and complain about, you know, your things in the beginning, because that's what we do this week, but encourage your friends to do that instead, and then come watch drag queens for an hour, because that sounds like fun, right?
What if I wasn't actively in tech that week?
Well, tell your friends who are in tech that week.
On the topic of the town hall, for the next, for the next presidential office, am I allowed to talk about the idea that you guys had for the town hall?
Sure.
Yeah?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, we have some money to spend on, from the student activity fee that's supposed to be used for clubs and students. So we thought that it would be a good idea to ask students at the town hall what they wanted to see that money put out towards. So that's something that you guys can look forward to doing there, and tell your friends that that's something that will be happening there. Tell them.
Yes, so an idea we had also was to present the executive cabinet positions as like a tabling event, like a career fair type deal. So add that as well.
Bring dollar bills to the queens too.
All right, the meeting is adjourned at 3:52 p.m.